On this week's Food Friday, it is a unique dining experience for just a certain audience that we want to talk about. Here joining us is Teddy Folkman, celebrity chef and food and beverage manager at Timbers Kiawah Ocean Club and Residences. I want to thank you so much for joining us again.
Well, thank you so much for having me again. I'm just glad to be here.
You know what I want to kind of get out of the way first before we get into your fabulous food and what you do there over at Timbers. But when I say it's for certain audiences, I want you to explain exactly what Timbers Kiawah Ocean Club and Residences is all about.
So we are a private residence club. So basically we have 21 beautiful units here that our owners purchase. And we at the beach club act as their private restaurant. As well as being their private restaurant, we also offer up, doing in-room dining, paired dinners with wine or beer and that sort of stuff. We really get to be creative, have a lot of fun with our owners. They become our family. I hear from them on my birthday. It's just a really cool and interesting thing. I'm just really excited and happy to be part of it and grateful to be part of it.
And this basically is the definition of life goals. So where you're sitting right now, this is a life goal for a lot of folks who would love to just relax in their new lifestyle on the beach at Kiawah and then have a meal prepared by none other than you, sir, a celebrity chef. I want to talk about how celebrity you are because you're pretty darn good at your craft. Can you brag a little bit for us?
I can say I've been very lucky throughout my career. I've met the right people, great timing, and a little bit of skill really helps out. But it's mostly been about my support team. The people that you surround yourself with really help you become who you are. I started out with my mentor, Ann Cashin, who is a wonderful chef. She's from Mississippi. She had Cashin's Eat Place. I got to mentor under her for about a year and a half, which is unheard of because of how amazing and busy she was. And then it all really came to a turn when a buddy of mine was opening a restaurant on 8th Street Northeast in Washington, D.C. He decided to buy 7 buildings there and start opening up restaurants, nightclubs, and that sort of stuff. And one of them was called Granville Moore's. Granville Moore's is the mussels and fries place. I was just there to kind of like help Joe open it and then move on to the next project. But after being open for 4 months, we got a phone call from the Food Network. And from there, it just kept on going and going and going. We wound up doing 2 shows with the Food Network. We did the next
Throw Down with Bobby Flay.
Throw Down with Bobby Flay, yes.
And who won?
I did. I beat Bobby Flay.
Great. Congratulations. And then season 5 of the next Food Network star.
Yes.
That was a huge show.
That was very cool. I consider 5th place the new 1st place, but I got to meet some fantastic people. Relationships that I started there still are going on to this day. When one door closes, another opens. So after I left the show, it really enabled me to do a lot more things that I wanted to pursue culinarily wise, one of which is craft beer. So I got to become the National Culinary Ambassador for Duvel Morcott USA, which has Brewery Omegang and Duvel and a bunch of other brands. Travel around the country for 3 years doing beer dinners, a beer and cooking competition that we hosted in 7 different cities. So it's just been fantastic.
And it's called Top Chef, which I think is a great play on Top Chef. So you're a hop chef. Can you tell us what the secret to your success has been?
Absolutely. The secret to success is putting the ego aside and putting the work ethic ahead. If you want something, you have to go for it, but you can't automatically think that you deserve it or, it's got to be earned. And I feel like I did that. I worked, 7 days a week. I constantly tried to reinvent myself. We started DC Beer Week on top of running the restaurant. And then on top of that with the culinary ambassador, and then just keep on going and going and going until you just, all right, say, okay, let's hit the brakes here and move to Charleston, South Carolina, and work at this wonderful resort here.
Yeah, it's true. Well, and you've prepared something for us. This is a delicious looking shrimp burger. What goes into this?
So we're kind of celebrating the end of one season and the beginning of another. So in Charleston, the shrimp season, there's 2 shrimp seasons. One that starts in May and ends in August, that's the brown shrimp. And then there's one that starts in late August, early September, and goes through December, I think, and that's white shrimp. And white shrimp, my wife and I used to always come down here just specifically to have shrimp and oysters during the ER months. What I love about white shrimp is it's a little bit sweeter. I mean, I feel, and it doesn't have that, like, I don't know, I guess iodine-y taste that some shrimp has. Very clean tasting. So we use that for our shrimp burger when it's in season. And this particular shrimp burger that we did is a little variation on our traditional one that we serve here. The one that we serve here is kind of Asian inspired, where this is kind of just Lowcountry inspired. So I have pimentos in here, roasted garlic, white shrimp, and then it's paired with a grilled peach salsa.
That sounds so delicious. And it looks like you've prepared a video for us. So we're going to take a look at how this all comes together. Teddy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
We're back after this. Welcome back. On this week's Food Friday, we've been chatting with Teddy Folkman, celebrity chef over at Timbers Kiawah Ocean Club and Residences, and you're going to be preparing for us a shrimp burger. Let's take a look.
So here are all the ingredients that we have for our shrimp burger. Of course, our local white shrimp, some pimentos, lemon, heirloom tomato, peaches. You want to take your onion, you want to first cut off the top of it, and you want to slice it vertically and very, very thin. And now we're going to slowly mince it so that they're perfectly small and they don't overwhelm the salsa. We really want the tomato and the peach to be the star here. Next, of course, we have our jalapeno. So first we're going to just cut them into what we call a batonette, and then from there we're going to do a cross cut and really mince these guys up a little bit. Next, we have this beautiful, beautiful Carolina peach. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to slice them into smaller segments just to get them prepared for our grill. We're going to put them onto a little sheet tray and drizzle them with about a tablespoon of canola oil, and then a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And through the magic of television, we have grilled peaches. All right, next, we're going to take our heirloom tomato, just take the top off, and then we're going to slice this into about, 1/4-inch slices, and just slowly do the dices. Now on the tomato, we want a little bit larger of a dice than we did on the onions, because this is where, this is the flavor you really want to taste. Now to the shrimp burger. We're going to add 2 cloves of roasted garlic and approximately half of our beautiful Carolina white shrimp. Now we're adding the zest of about half of a lemon, a little bit of salt, and of course a little bit of black pepper. We're just going to pulse this and form a paste, and this paste is going to be what holds together the shrimp burger. After just about 30 seconds, we have the paste that's incorporated the lemon zest, the roasted garlic, and the shrimp. Okay, next, what you want to do is you want to take your shrimps and you want to cut them into about 1-inch pieces. Now this is going to be kind of the texture part of the burger. Okay, next we have what's called society garlic, and this has a similar flavor to a chive, or kind of like a combination of chive and garlic at the same time. Here comes the fun part. This is where you can bring the kids in. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add in the shrimp paste, and now our wonderful, wonderful cut up shrimp, the society garlic from before, and of course we're in South Carolina, so no other than some pimentos. I'd say about roughly 2 tablespoons is enough. And this is when you can get your hands dirty and get in there and just mix this all around. All right, so let's form the patties. The first thing you want to do is take some non-stick cooking spray and spray a nice piece of wax paper, or if you don't have wax paper, just something like parchment paper would do, and then make nice softball size pieces, I guess you could say, of your shrimp mixture. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a mold. You can use a biscuit cutter as well to do this. But we're just going to form these burgers, push it down. You don't want to push it down too much because you want to be able to not overwork it so that it gets fluffy when you start cooking it. And there we have it, 2 8-ounce patties. All right, so while our patties are resting, we're going to put together our heirloom tomato and grilled peach salsa. First, our heirloom tomatoes that we diced earlier. Next, of course, our onions, jalapeno, 1 whole jalapeno, 1 whole peach, grilled, of course. And then we're going to add our lime juice. We're going to finish it, of course, with a little bit of salt and coarse ground black pepper. Now I'm going to let this sit for about 2 hours so all the flavors can incorporate before we actually put it onto our shrimp burger. So I've heated my pan up to like medium-high heat. I'm adding approximately a tablespoon of canola oil, and then I'm going to be carefully putting my shrimp burger in there. Now this is going to cook for about 1.5 minutes on each side before we throw it into a 400-degree oven to finish off the cooking process for a final 4 minutes. Now we are ready to assemble, first, a beautifully toasted brioche bun. So we're going to put a good amount of sour cream on both sides of these. All right, next, of course, our beautiful shrimp burger patty. See how it puffed up in the oven, that beautiful shrimp? Look at those colors. All right, next, we're going to top it with our peach salsa. Next, of course, an avocado. To add a little bite to it, I'm going to put a little feta cheese on top of this. We're going to cap off our burger, give it a little scooch on the plate to make room for its side. Just good old-fashioned kettle chips. And there you have it, Lowcountry shrimp burger with grilled peach salsa and a Timbers Kiawah IPA.
It looks delicious. Teddy, I want to thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. And, maybe you guys can join us at Timbers Kiawah one day, be our guests, and enjoy a shrimp burger.
Sounds good. Timbers Kiawah Ocean Club and Residences. We're back after this.